Hi, this is Rudy Jones of PalmettoStateBaseball.com. Welcome to the South Carolina College Baseball video recap for Monday, April the 28th. There was only one game involving state teams played on Monday, and in that game, Coker beat Tusculum 14-2 to wrap up a three-game series sweep in the South Atlantic Conference. The win improved the Cobras to 29-20 overall and 17-13 in the conference. Tusculum fell to 10-20 in the conference and 17-32. In that game, Ick Sereno, Gabriel Santiago, and Hunter Poole all had 2 hits apiece, as did Jacob Yarbury. The Cobras scored 7 runs in the 9th inning to put it away. That moved Coker into a 4th place tie with Limestone in the conference standings. However, with Limestone having won the season series, the Saints will get the 4th seed and Coker will get the 5th seed. And oddly enough, or maybe not oddly enough, they'll play each other in the first round of the conference tournament over in Salisbury, North Carolina, on Friday in the first round of that regional or that pod of the South Atlantic Conference tournament. It will begin again, as I said, on Friday. The SAC announced their pairings and seeds after the game. It was pretty much after the Coker game. It was pretty much what I had figured out by looking at the standings. Catawba's the 1 seed, Lenore Ryan 2, followed by Carson Newman, Limestone, Coker, Wingate, Virginia Wise, and Newberry. In the first round games on Friday in Salisbury, Newberry plays Catawba at 2, Coker plays Limestone at 6, and in Hickory, Wingate plays Carson Newman at 3, Virginia Wise plays Lenore Ryan at 7. Both of those tournaments are much in the same format as a NCAA regional. 4 teams, double elimination. Winner will be decided on Sunday, weather permitting. The winners of those 2 pods, or regionals if you will, go to the conference championship tournament on May 9th and 10th in Asheboro, North Carolina. In other news involving college baseball on Monday, Mississippi State fired Chris Lemonis as coach in his 7th season, just in the 3rd season after the Bulldogs won the national championship under his direction. But they take baseball very seriously in Mississippi State, and they're only 7-14 in the conference this year, even though they've got a winning record, and they said they're going to move on. Justin Parker, by the way, Lemonis played at the Citadel. He was on the 1990 championship team. He's a member of the school's Athletics Hall of Fame. He was born in Starkville. His dad was a student at Mississippi State at the time, but he grew up in Myrtle Beach and graduated from Socastee High School. Justin Parker, who's been the pitching coach for the Bulldogs for a couple of years, he moved over from South Carolina in that same role a few years back. He will take on as an interim basis, and I know you'll see a lot of outstanding coaches clamoring for that job. Yes, there's a lot of pressure, but there's also a lot of benefits to being the head coach of Mississippi State. Anyway, as I mentioned about tournament play, I'm still waiting to get the official seeds for the Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference and the historically Black College and University Athletic Conference, so I can include all those in my wrap-up getting ready. However, there is one conference tournament that begins on Tuesday. It's the Appalachian Athletic Conference. It's an NAIA conference that has Columbia International as a member. The tournament begins Tuesday at Hunter Wright Park in Kingsport, Tennessee, up in the Tennessee Tri-Cities area. In the opener of that game, Pikeville plays Columbia International at 9 o'clock. It's not a double elimination, or not a single elimination. They just have kind of a varied way of going about it. But again, Columbia International has a game on Tuesday at 9. That's the only tournament game involving a state team. Well, how about in the regular season? There are 3 games involving state teams on Tuesday. Coastal Carolina is at UNC Greensboro at 6. Queens is at Winthrop at 6. And Charleston Southern is at South Carolina at 6:30. That's it for the Monday South Carolina College Baseball video recap for April the 28th. You can always check out news and notes at PalmettoStateBaseball.com. I'm going to post a digest later on with some honors. There were some weekly honors for state players. And I'm planning to do my podcast of the week later also. You can follow me on X under the handle of Palmetto Base. And I hope you enjoy my coverage. I try to do the best I can to publicize the sport of college baseball in South Carolina, publicizing all 33 teams. glad to be able to get this out of the way early in the day. Is most of the times I have to do it after dark when there's had to use a light instead of just the natural lighting here in my room. But anyway, this is Rudy Jones saying good night. God bless.